Hey everybody, welcome back for day 7 of 100 Days of Halloween. Um, for those of you who are new here, and I do have a few 100 Days of Halloween, excuse me, what I'm doing is working along with my friend Rainey over at the Woolly Llama Shop. She had a brilliant idea to do something that I had been wanting to do for a couple years, and that was make a Halloween blanket using different um, fall and Halloween themed um, granny squares or squares, and do one every day for 100 days of Halloween to build this blanket. And I was like, yes, yes, I'm on board. She's doing it a little different. She is drawing randomly. Um, I am not. I am doing whatever the mood strikes me that day. And if you want to see Rainey's journey with 100 Days of Halloween and her blocks, go over and check her out. She will be in the description box as always. I'm going to give credit where credit is due for reminding me how much I wanted to do a Halloween blanket. So we are on day 7. Woosah. Um, Day 7. I started a different block and then I got busy and I sat it down. And then when I came back to it, I wasn't feeling it at that moment. So I started a different one, which is fine. And so the colors that I picked, real quick, I've been working on this little scrap nugget of green. It's like spring green. I think it's Red Heart Super Saver, but I'm not for sure. And I also had this little nugget of this brownish taupe color that I'm also working with. And then I've been using another purple, and I realized I had this grape one from Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn on my shelf. And it was used a little bit in another project, and I'm not even sure what project that was. So I was like, you know what? This is another partial ball that I can be working on. So I pulled the grape down, and that's showing a little more blue than what it actually is. Yeah, it's showing a little more blue. It's not. It's grape. And then I've also been using this Red Heart Super Saver in pumpkin right here. And then I grabbed this one. It's also a partial ball that's been sitting on my shelf from another project. And it's called Desert Glaze. So I have the scrap ball of green, the little scrap ball of the taupish brown, and then these colors right here. So what block did I do? Well, I started with the purple for the square, and then I made this pumpkin because, you got to have some pumpkins for Halloween / fall. So the pattern is by, and let me pull it up real quick, RafaMusaDesigns.com. I don't know if it is a YouTube tutorial. I just looked up RavaMusaDesigns.com when I was looking up pumpkin appliques, and she has 2 different sizes, and this is the bigger one right here. I've also made a smaller one, but it's in my applique bag right there. So I will put the title of the pumpkin. It's Crochet Pumpkin Applique, and RafaMusaDesigns.com in the description box for anybody who is looking for a really super cute pumpkin. I got a little confused on the big one because she doesn't specifically kind of convey where you start and stop. So I just kind of looked at the picture and got it going from there. But it's okay, everything is a work in progress, and we can kind of do our own thing sometimes. So, but yeah, I will put the information in the description box. And this was mine. I started with the pumpkin, the Red Heart Super Saver and pumpkin in the center. And then these outer edges is that desert glaze. And then the very outer edges is pumpkin again. And then I was using that scrap taupish brown. Um, I just I just did my own stem on there. And then hers didn't have a curlicue. So I just used the spring green and did a curlicue and then sewed it on and tied it up and hid my ends. And that is my block number 7 for 100 Days of Halloween. We only have 93 more. Um, only 93 more, right? I'm trying to get blocks ahead by making extra blocks, finding appliques, and then making those, and then whichever one I feel like putting together that day is which one. But so far, I'm not that far ahead. I think, I don't know, I'll have to count my squares and how many appliques I have, because I'm putting them in a big zippy bag. So far, I'm going to need a container to start putting these through. But this is number 7 by Raf Musa Designs, and it's just the pumpkin. I put it on a solid granny square. And so, as a recap, let's see. Day 1, day 2. Maybe I should be using my other hand. Day 3, and I still need to put the bolts on the side of his head because that's still bugging me. Day 4, day 5, day 6, my little owl with a full moon and stars, and then day 7. And I think it's super cute. So yeah, that is day 7 of 100 Days of Halloween. Here we go, and we're getting a good start. Um, I'm not exactly sure when I might start putting them together. Um, Maybe I'll do it. I'm thinking maybe doing it in 10-day increments. So every 10 days I'll start attaching them maybe. Um, and then we'll start working on the next 10 days and then we'll attach those. But we'll have to see because I do have a lot of other projects going on too. So yeah. Um, and for all you new ones, thank you for coming in. Thank you for joining us on this 100 Days of Halloween journey. And I hope you check out the other videos. And any of the Yarny friends and sisters that I happen to mention will always be linked in the description box. And we appreciate you coming over and spending time with us. And we look forward to getting to know you. And I hope we have a lot of fun. So I guess with that, I am going to tell you guys goodbye. And I will see you tomorrow for day 8. But I also have another video coming out in a little while. Plus day 8 for tomorrow. And tomorrow is actually Wednesday. And we will be also back for Wednesday Wipeout. So until next time, guys, love you bunches. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.